Hello everyone, my name is Rohan Pawar, studying in Sri Venkateshwar College of Engineering. My USN is 1VE 23CS037. Currently I am studying in 4th semester. Today's video is about brain as a CPU system from the course code BOK407. Course title is Biology for Engineers. So today in this video we will learn about adaptation of anatomical principles for bioengineering design, brain as a CPU system. This presentation explores how human brain evacuates anatomically design inspires advanced bioengineering systems, particularly through an analogical to central processing unit by identifying parallels in architecture, signal flow, decision making processes, and energy management. We uncover how biological principles provide blueprint for designing efficient, adaptive, and powerful computational system. This multidisciplinary insights bridges neuroscience, bioengineering, and computer science to advanced future technologies. So basically, now introduction to bioengineering inspired by anatomy. So the bioengineering, what is bioengineering design? Bioengineering design integrates biological principles into engineering solutions to improve technology, health, and interface between humans and machines. So basically here in this video I am taking example of a brain comparing with that to a central processing unit from a system. Why study anatomy for engineering inspirations? The human brain complex structure provides a time-tested blueprint for resilient and adaptive systems-based engineering. Like a human anatomy of a brain is a very difficult to understand. Brain versus CPU. Conceptual parallels. Central control system. The brain body functions just as a CPU governs a computer, serving as the command center for a processing and coordination. Like brain is like a message sending part of our body which commands and process coordination, signal processing and decision making. Both converts complex inputs into meaningful outputs using integrated circuits or neural network for decision execution. Like in brain we'll use neural networks, and in CPU we use circuits for decision execution. Memory and storage analogy. The brain connection represent dynamic memory parallelly a CPU on a RAM and storage for data registration. Neural network and processing unit. Neurons, siphons versus transistor and logical gates. Neuron transmits signal through siphons much like transistors, which states in logical gates, forming the fundamental units of computation. Parallel processing in brain and CPUs. The brain massively parallel neural architecture inspires modern CPU and multi-core design that performs stimulation computance effectively. Like neural networks which are connected in our brain, so our millions of neurons together form a complete organ of a brain, and same as a processing unit in a CPU which has many transistors in which logical gates perform their functions, fundamental units and computation and processes unit. Sensory input and output control. Brain's interaction with body sensor, CPU interaction with peripheral device. The brain integrates sensory data from vision, touch and other inputs to respond adaptively to environment changes. Like brain integrates with body sensors, like the sensors which are felt by our body sends signal to the brain and it responds adaptively to environment changes. Whereas in CPU integration, CPU receives and sends signal through input-output controllers managing keyboard, display and other devices, mirroring biological input-output flow. Like in CPU, there are input devices which are being commanded by a human or some species, and the central processing unit interacts with peripheral device and gives the output. Energy efficiency and cooling. Nature's model. Brain low power, high efficient mechanism. The brain operates at about 20 watts, leveraging sparse neural springs, parallelism, and adaptive signaling to minimize energy use. Influence of CPU and neuromorphic design. Inspired by brain neuromorphic chips use event driven computation and novel material to dramatically reduce power and heat production. Bioengineering applications inspired by the brain, neural implants, devices that stimulates or record neural activity to restore sensory motor functions or treat neurological disorders. Brain computer interfaces BCI system enables direct communication between brain and external device for control and rehabilitation. Artificial neural networks ANNs algorithm modeled after brain connectivity powering modern AI in pattern recognition, learning and decision making. Challenges and future directions in brain inspired engineering. Conceptuality of neural structures replicating process biochemical and electrical interests of brain remains a formidable challenge for engineers and neuroscientists alike. Ethical and technical boundaries, privacy, safety, and long term effects must guide responsible development of brain machine technology. Neuromorphic computing and adaptive AI. Future systems will leverage brain like architecture for self learning, energy efficient, and enhance cognitive capability. Thank you for watching my video.